Hi guys, Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're in Savannah, Georgia, the beautiful Savannah, Georgia, and what we're talking about are the differences between services and products, because we're looking at how you're going to sell a service versus how you're going to sell a product, and there are a lot of issues that companies do come up with. So what we're going to do is just give you the four main ways that services and products differ, okay? Now, the first way they differ is the fact that services are intangible. You can't touch them, you can't hold them. And think about it. How can you hold accounting services? Yes, I can hold my accountant in a loving embrace because he helped me save money on my taxes, but the actual doing of the accounting services, you can't grasp onto it. And that's one of the things, is how do we do this? You know, if you're going to Disney World, how do you grasp onto the Disney experience? It's very difficult to put that out there, this kind of service. So if you are a firm, how do we show these intangibles? Well, one of the things is, you know, if you look at Disney World, you see all these happy people and happy families and all this stuff, so it's showing that image. You go to an accounting, firm, you look at it and like, okay, what does their office look like? Oh, it looks very professional, it looks very numbers oriented. If you go to a law office, you see the atmosphere of a law firm. You see all the bookshelves with all the law books and all kinds of stuff. People are dressing in suits to show that we are professional, all these kind of things. And that's one of the things you have to look at, because intangibles are not something you can grab onto, so you have to find images and an atmosphere that goes along with the benefits or the value that your service offers. Okay, so the first difference are, one, services are intangible, you can't touch them. Now, the second thing that makes them different is the fact that services are inseparable. The production and consumption of a service happen at the same time. I can't have a doctor's visit but not be there. Okay, you need to be there so the doctor can, check your prostate, because can't really do that without them. And that one of the issues that people have is when they're buying services, they can't test it out. I mean, think about it. You're worried. Okay, is this haircut going to look good on me? Is this a good doctor? People don't really know until they use the service. Okay, so if we do that, well, and if we can't assess the risk, then what do we do? Well, that's why companies will have, they'll have warranties, they'll have guarantees, all these things to show, look, we know you can't try it without buying it. You can't consume it without, being there. So we're going to kind of take away some of your risk. That's why if you look at some like gyms or fitness centers, they'll give you, hey, first month is free, or $5 for the first month. Just come and try it, and we know that you're going to love it. And that's how they do it. That's why your P90X, whatever, they give you that 90-day money back guarantee, because they know once you try it, you will be satisfied with it. But people are reluctant because I don't know if it's going to work, so they're not sure. Okay, and part of it is because it is inseparable. You cannot, have the service happen without consuming it. Okay. Now, the third difference between a product and services is the fact that services, they vary. Okay, an iPad, if I buy an iPad here in Savannah, Georgia, or in Luanda, or if in Lisbon, or in Sydney, Australia, it's going to be the same iPad, the same iPod, the same stuff's going to happen. There's not variability in it. Services, think about it. I can go to McDonald's in one town and have a great experience. I remember when I went to the McDonald's in La Paz, Bolivia, many years ago. It was so clean, you could eat off the floor. I was like, wow. Personalized service. It was like I had my own personal McDonald's person. It was great. And then I go where I work now in Champaign. I go there. I'm scared to eat the food because it's never clean there. You're like, So the fact that service can vary at the same store for the same kind of thing can be an issue. And if you're a firm, well, what do we do so we don't have this variability? Well, one thing is use as much technology or automation that you can. Think about it. Your ATMs, that's a way to standardize the service, so there isn't the variability. We know they just put the card in, they get the cash out. You don't have to worry about a teller who likes to talk, or the lady in front of them that's dropping off her pennies. It's just in, out, these kind of things. Another thing to cut down on the variability of your services, training. Here's a crazy idea, guys. If you train all your employees to go up to a certain standard, they're going to deliver that standard. And if that's the standard you get, the variability doesn't happen, because everyone's going to have this amount of training, and they're all going to know what's going to happen. So that's the third thing, the variability of services versus the non-variability of products. Okay, then you have the fourth difference between products and services, and that's services are perishable. They don't keep. Think about it, a hotel room. Okay, if no one stays there tonight, well, they've lost that money. There's nothing they can do about it. You can't keep it to another time. That's why if you go to some places that are services, they're like, oh, we can fit you in today, because they know, hey, I have this time. If I don't use it, I'm not going to make any money. That's why when you look at hotels, if you roll up, at 1 o'clock in the morning, you get to a hotel, and they say, well, the price is $179. You tell them, look, I'm only going to stay one night. I'm leaving at 6 in the morning. Can you cut me a deal? They'll cut you a deal because they would rather at least get something rather than nothing. That's why you have all those last-minute travel deals, last-minute tours, all these kind of things. You can get a deal because they know if no one takes it, we're out of money. We can't save it for the next day. We have to use it when we do. Okay? So what are the 4 differences between products and services? 1, services are intangible. You can't touch them, whereas products you can touch and feel. Okay? 2, services are inseparable in terms of, production and consumption happen at the same time, whereas products, they can be produced in another country and consumed, years later. Okay? The 3rd difference is the variability of services, because, you can have great service one day and horrible service another at the same restaurant, whereas products usually have the same standards, so they come out the same thing every time. And the 4th difference is that, services are perishable. They do not keep, whereas products, well, if you don't sell it today, well, someone can come tomorrow to buy that iPad. Okay? So I hope that helps you know the differences between services and products, and when you're selling them, these are some of the issues you will come up with. So I hope that helps you. If you want to learn more about marketing, services, or products, or other kind of things, please check us out at our website at www.woltersworld.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, and we hope you'll like and subscribe. Bye from Savannah, Georgia.